Is DoorDash Top Dasher worth it? That is the question we're answering today. And I think I have a good perspective on things because I increased my acceptance rate from under 10% all the way to above 70% in order to become a Top Dasher. And I've been there for over a month now. I am going to be as open and honest as possible in this video with almost no editing, just so I can share the straight facts with you. So let's get into it. I do want to start out with some of the background information, because if you've missed my most recent 20 videos of me increasing my acceptance rate to be a Top Dasher and staying here, you might have missed that it was a pretty miserable experience in order to get here. I mean, like, let's just be honest here. Like, increasing your acceptance rates, like, from being a cherry picker of basically accepting almost no orders, maybe 5%, 10% of orders, to basically accepting almost everything, it was extremely rough. I took a lot of no-tip orders. I took a lot of orders that I wouldn't ordinarily take. Like, it was a struggle, and my earnings definitely dipped, but it really didn't take that long. I mean, if you think about, like, how long it would take you to take 70 orders or 80 orders if you want to reject some, like, that's how long it's going to take you. And for some people, that might be like an entire month of driving. And for other people, it might just be like less than a week. You just really have to take that into account if you are also trying to do this as well. And I do want to point out for sure, in this video, I am not recommending Top Dasher to anybody. I'm just trying to openly share my feelings about it. And yeah, you can go for Top Dasher or you don't want to. Like, it's totally fine. I will not be offended if you take either side. So let's stop talking about so much of the negative stuff, because once you're above 70%, it definitely does get better, because Top Dasher and the Diamond program they're kind of intertwined. So it's really hard to just isolate the Top Dasher program, because if you are trying to be a Top Dasher and maybe you're not doing a lot of deliveries in 1 month, you may just think, okay, well, I'm just going to stay above 70% the entire month. That's what I have done. Even though I don't do, like, basically no deliveries in 1 month, I am still like, it's just easier if I test out at this specific time to just see, okay, what is it like with Top Dasher above 70% the entire time? And that also comes with the Diamond program. And honestly, like, it is, well, first of all, it's way better than increasing it from 6% to 70%. It definitely is better, just because, like, I mean, when you're below 50%, I honestly believe that DoorDash does send you worse orders. That's what I have seen from my experience. The worse orders are going to come to your phone, and then once you're a part of the Diamond program, once you're above 50%, and then once you're above 70%, they will give you better orders. Now, I'm not totally sure, because I really can't confirm that DoorDash will actually send you better orders when you're now above 70%, as opposed to being around 50 or 60%. I honestly didn't notice a huge change, but maybe that's just something I need to test out more to see if that is true or if my thinking is false. Like, I just need more time to experience that. But definitely, for sure, better orders come your way once you're above 70%. That's my opinion, of course. Like, I'm trying to give you facts, but also, like, with more testing, I'll just have more time with it, and I'll be able to confirm for sure. Let's get into the earnings, because I know that everybody definitely cares about that, how much you're going to be making per hour. And I will have to say, because I haven't completely mastered what it's like to be multi-apping, so it's not just DoorDash, but also adding in some Uber Eats here to maximize my profits on the road, I will say, as of this moment, I am making slightly less dollars per hour when I'm on the road, as opposed to cherry picking. I mean, I am willing to test out this strategy, just because, like, I have a YouTube channel and I can make videos about it so I can educate other people. But just as of right now, I will say that my dollars per hour is slightly lower. And if you see me wiping sweat off my face, that's because it's 115 degrees in Arizona right now. I don't have the AC running, and just like that, my camera died. So I apologize for that. Now back to what we were talking about, of making slightly less money than I have been been in the past. Maybe it's because it's the middle of summer, or I guess that summer's kind of ending right now. But when I was testing it out, it has been the middle of summer. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do know that once I have introduced Uber Eats into my DoorDash top dasher strategy, I have been having my earnings boosted just a little bit, and also the dollars per mile on some of these orders. Again, like, I really do think that the orders come, like, it gets better when I am above 70%. So that is just something that I have noticed, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's like this upcoming month to see if it gets any better than that. Something that I'll definitely point out is that I'm seeing this screen pop up a lot more. It's saying that an unfair rating has been excluded from my customer satisfaction rating because of something that maybe it was DoorDash's fault, maybe it was the restaurant's fault, or whatnot, or maybe it's the customer that had the order at the restaurant for so long just because they left no tip and nobody wanted to accept it, and I was finally the sucker that I ended up delivering it and getting like $2.50 for it. I'm seeing that screen just pop up like all the time, that notification. And so right now I have 3 excluded ratings, which usually I have 0 excluded ratings. So that is something to take into account. There are going to be people that decide to give you lower stars when you are dropping it off, and maybe it's just because the order was sitting too long at the restaurant because they decided not to tip. So that is something to factor in, but I think DoorDash, at least right now, does a pretty decent job of making sure that if it's unfair, that they take away that rating. I do actually have something else to say about the earnings. My large order program absolutely helps out. I don't want to think that everybody can earn as much as I do, especially when DoorDash hands out this large order program to not very many people. But that is the entire purpose of why I am experimenting with keeping my acceptance rate above 70% and my completion rate above 95%, because DoorDash is rolling out this Platinum Dasher program to more markets, and I do think that it's just going to continue to keep being tested out by DoorDash to see if it's worth it. And if you don't know, if you do have an acceptance rate above 70% and your completion rate is above 95%, then you will have access to large order program. And this is going to happen for all drivers that meet these requirements. It's no longer an invite only program. And so I'm just testing out to see like what it's like, to see if it's even worth keeping an acceptance rate above 70%. If DoorDash decides to send this program to my market, I will already be prepared with evidence and facts so that I can know whether it's worth it or not for me to keep up this same strategy. So that is actually my entire reasoning for testing this out in the first place. And the large order program, honestly, like, it helps so much. If I was not in the large order program, I would not be getting earnings days like you may have been seeing from previous videos of maybe getting like $200 in one day when just working like 4 or 5 hours. Like, that's definitely a rarity, because I have definitely posted videos when my earnings have been significantly lower, but my best days would definitely be lower than that if I didn't have the catering orders. And so that's something to keep in mind. I'm around like $25 an hour right now, just because I'm in a pretty good market with large order program. That's my gross earnings. That's not like profit or anything like that. Usually I can make more than $25 an hour with the Diamond program. With multi-apping, I have been right around like $28 to $30 an hour with using Uber Eats and DoorDash together, and I'm cherry picking on both apps. And so, yeah, my earnings may be slightly lower, but like I said previously, like, I'm just implementing Uber Eats into the strategy to see if I can make more than I did cherry picking. And honestly, like, I'm having a pretty good time with keeping my acceptance rate high, just because I don't have to stress out about accepting the perfect order. DoorDash just sends me one, and almost always I accept it. And like, yeah, it's not like going to give me the highest earnings possible, but it's a lot easier, a lot more stress-free. Don't have to just be like decline. Like, that takes a mental toll on you to some point. Also, accepting like no tip orders, that also takes a mental toll on you, so you have to factor that in as well. But I do say, like, overall, hey, like it is a lot easier to just drop off an order and immediately get sent another one. And it might not be the perfect order, but a lot of times it's a decent one because it's part of the Diamond program. Of course, DoorDash would not create these programs like Top Dasher or Diamond Program or Platinum Dasher. They wouldn't be creating these if they didn't think that it was going to lead DoorDash to delivering more orders and getting less orders left behind at restaurants because people no tip. Of course, DoorDash is using these programs to their benefit, not to the driver's benefit, to DoorDash's benefit. You have to keep that in mind. So that means that whether you get a diamond popping up on a high pay order that's actually $4 for 2.5 miles, or whether you're getting Top Dasher rewards every single month and you're like, yeah, I got the medal on my screen. I'm so excited that I'm a Top Dasher. Whether you are a Platinum Dasher and they're like, oh yeah, like make sure you're getting up to your stats up to the highest level so that you can get the most perks. Like that is, I wouldn't necessarily say DoorDash is trying to deceive you, but they definitely, the programs are meant to make DoorDash the most profitable and not to make the drivers more money. So definitely keep that in mind. And I will say that, yes, I have fallen victim a few times by thinking that an order is better than what it actually is just because it does have that little diamond icon, or if it's in the back of my mind that, hey, Top Dashers are supposed to receive better orders. And so like, I don't even think about it too much when I'm delivering a bad order because I automatically think, okay, maybe the next one's going to be amazing or the one after that is going to be great. Like you need to know that it is so important for you to analyze the orders, make sure it makes sense for you. And even if you're accepting pretty much everything, you just should keep in mind, okay, is this a good strategy or is this just DoorDash trying to make me deliver a bad order? I would highly advise for everybody to really consider what strategy they're using, whether it's Top Dasher, Diamond Program, Platinum Dasher, or cherry picking. Make sure you analyze your strategy and test out different things to see if it's worth it for you to maybe you can make more money doing a different thing. Definitely just make sure you do that. So to answer the question, is Top Dasher worth it? For me, currently, it is right now just because I enjoy just being less stressed out on the road. It is really, really nice and my earnings haven't dipped that much, and Dash Anytime actually is a great feature that I didn't mention in this video until now, but I do think that it's great and I enjoy it so much. And of course, I'm going to have to keep testing it out. And this video is not sponsored in any way, but if you do want to help out the channel and help out yourself by getting $10 for free, you can download Solo. It's an app that tracks your income, mileage, expenses, and all of that. It is great for delivery drivers. You just have to link 1 gig account and Venmo or PayPal to get your $10 for free. And I thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to check out the whole playlist of all the Top Dasher series videos, it'll be right there, and I'll see you in the next one.